In a race against time, a desperate scramble against an enemy whose scientific prowess seemed to mirror, if not exceed, our own, one man stood at the center, a brilliant physicist whose intellect and charisma would shape the destiny of the world. He was the architect of the most dangerous scientific project in history, a project shrouded in secrecy, fueled by fear, and driven by the relentless pursuit of a weapon that could end a war, or perhaps end everything. J. Robert Oppenheimer, a name synonymous with the dawn of the nuclear age. The world was at war, engulfed in flames and shadowed by unimaginable horrors. The fate of nations hung in the balance, and the stakes could not have been higher. The very survival of freedom and democracy was on the line. In 1942, with the war raging across continents, Oppenheimer was appointed, hand-picked for a task of unparalleled importance and unimaginable complexity. He was chosen to lead the top-secret Manhattan Project, a clandestine endeavor with the potential to alter the course of history forever. His task? A monumental challenge that would test the limits of human ingenuity and moral fortitude. To build the atomic bomb, to unlock the secrets of the atom and harness its destructive power. The urgency was paramount. To build it before Nazi Germany could. To prevent the horrors of the war from escalating into an even more terrifying future. Deep in the desert, far from prying eyes and the distractions of the outside world, at Los Alamos Laboratory, a secret city built from scratch, Oppenheimer gathered a team, a collection of brilliant minds drawn from across the globe. They were the world's brightest minds, the leading physicists, chemists, and engineers of their time. Together they worked under intense secrecy, their every move scrutinized, their lives dedicated to a single, all-consuming purpose. They were fueled by urgency and fear, driven by the knowledge that the fate of the world might rest on their shoulders. Blueprints were drawn with meticulous detail, each line representing countless hours of calculation and experimentation. Equations tested the very limits of human understanding, pushing the boundaries of physics into uncharted territory, and every breakthrough, every small victory, brought them closer to their goal, closer to a weapon of unimaginable power. They were building a weapon that could end the war swiftly and decisively, a weapon that promised to usher in an era of unprecedented peace. But it was also a weapon that could change the world forever, unleashing a force that humanity might never be able to control. Building the bomb wasn't just science, it was a moral and ethical tightrope walk, a gamble with the future of civilization. It was a gamble with consequences that no one could fully predict. Oppenheimer oversaw every detail with unwavering focus, bearing the weight of the world on his shoulders. He was responsible for every aspect, from the initial bomb design to the intricate and dangerous assembly of the device itself. All of it led to July 16, 1945, a date etched forever in the annals of history, and the Trinity test, the moment of truth. In the early hours of the morning, under the cloak of pre-dawn darkness, the world held its breath. The desert sky was torn apart in an instant, a blinding flash of light that defied description. The earth trembled as light and fire erupted, a terrifying display of raw, untamed power. "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds," Oppenheimer famously recalled, quoting the Bhagavad Gita. The words echoed the profound sense of dread and responsibility that washed over him in that moment. In that instant, the world changed irrevocably. Humanity stepped into a new era, the nuclear age, a time of both unprecedented power and unimaginable peril. It was one forever marked by the power to harness the very building blocks of the universe, and the terrifying potential to destroy itself in the process. Less than a month later, the world would witness the devastating reality of this new power. Atomic bombs fell on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, unleashing unimaginable destruction and suffering. The world was stunned, horrified by the scale of the devastation and the implications for the future. Oppenheimer, once celebrated as a hero, a visionary who had helped to end the war, was haunted by the devastation, forever burdened by the knowledge of what his creation had wrought, his creation had unleashed upon the world. He famously said, with a profound sense of regret and moral ambiguity, "The physicists have known sin." The burden of this knowledge, the weight of responsibility for unleashing such a destructive force would shadow him, a constant reminder of the profound consequences of his actions. For the rest of his life, a specter haunting his every thought and deed. The world, too, would grapple with the implications of this new reality. Would never be the same. forever changed by the specter of nuclear annihilation. Oppenheimer changed the course of history, ushering in an era of unprecedented scientific advancement and unparalleled danger. But at what cost? What lessons can we learn from this pivotal moment in human history? If you want more history in 3 minutes, exploring the complex events and figures that have shaped our world, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload.